Where are you from?
The Dominican Republic.
What is your favorite place you've traveled to and why?
I would probably say Spain because I love how diverse it is. I love the food. I love the people. I loved everything.
Okay. And was there anything about that culture that you admired or really liked?
I think people are so chill. I mean, they're like, you can see them in the afternoon, say, like drinking coffee with their friends, and they're like, I don't know, it's just very like calm.
Okay. And was there any food, local food that you really liked there?
Paella and croquetas. They're so good.
And then would you ever live there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would.
Why?
I think it aligns with the lifestyle I want, and it's in Europe, so I can travel a lot. Like since like it's all there, so yeah.
Do you have any crazy travel stories where something happened, like you lost your bag, you got hurt, anything like that?
I mean, yeah. I mean, right now we're like doing a tour with two grandmas that we met on a bathroom, and they were like, "Oh, do you want us to give us a tour?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So now we're doing a tour with two grandmas that we don't know, but we're having so much fun.
I'm from Sarasota, Florida.
Okay. What is your favorite place you've traveled to and why?
My favorite place I've ever traveled to is Istanbul, Turkey, because my parents are from there and I'm Turkish and I'm proud to be from there. There's a lot of history and culture and just the meeting point of everything.
Okay. And was there anything about the culture in Turkey that you admired or liked?
Everybody's very friendly and very unique, and it's just the meeting point of everything.
And were you able to try any local food that you really liked in Turkey?
Well, you have to have a doner kebab, of course. That's a staple item, and baklava.
Would you ever live in Turkey?
Oh, yes, absolutely, because I'm Turkish. So everybody should definitely live in Turkey.
Do you have any crazy travel stories where something has happened, like you've lost a bag or anything like that?
So many. So one time when I was traveling for work, my company accidentally put me in the world's most haunted hotel. It was hidden up as a Hilton, but the Emily Morgan in San Antonio, Texas. Please do not stay there. It is very haunted. I woke up and my bed was made while still sleeping in it. And the bathtub's filled up with blue water.
So what is your favorite place you've traveled to and why?
Well, I've traveled a bit in Africa, but I think D.C. is my favorite place. It's just beautiful. It's just something that I've always wanted to do. We grew up watching American movies, so I always wanted to come here. So yeah,
And is there anything about the culture in DC that you admire or like?
I love the diversity. Everyone is here. I also love the fact that, like, when you're traveling on the train, sometimes you can actually see people looking at you. Maybe you're speaking in our native language, and you feel like, okay, this person like knows where I'm from. They feel like they can resonate, and it's just beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful culture. I love the diversity. Yeah,
Cool. And have you tried any local food in DC?
I have, but I'm still adjusting. I tried Domino's pizza. I loved it. I think I'll give it a 1,000/10. Yeah,
Cool. And would you ever live in DC?
definitely. Like I said, I love the beauty of it. I also love the diversity because I'm learning from a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of different people, different cultures, and everything is just incorporating perfectly and beautifully. So I love it. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Memphis.
Where is the favorite place you've traveled to and why?
I would probably say San Diego.
San Diego.
It was very laid back. There were plenty of things to do. The food was great. The atmosphere was great. Great ambiance. I had great company.
Was there anything about the culture in San Diego that you admired or liked?
The laid back nature of San Diego was very enticing. It's very inviting. You kind of want to be there all the time. You kind of understand why it's so laxed in San Diego.
And were you able to try any like local food in San Diego that you really liked?
Well, here's the funny thing about San Diego. We actually ran into someone from San Diego at the time, and there isn't a lot of culture originating in San Diego. So it's really odd. So there was no dish that we could actually be recommended to have. Because we were where we were, we decided to try some tacos. They were fine. We had seafood. It was great. But just a dish that's customary to San Diego didn't exist.
And would you ever live in San Diego?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, it was great.
What about it would make you want to live there?
Again, it's just really relaxing. It's a very laissez-faire atmosphere. People work, but it is really relaxed. There isn't a lot of crowd there. Again, plenty to do. The only drawback to San Diego really was that it was expensive, but besides that, it was phenomenal.
I'm from Brazil. I'm from São Paulo.
What is your favorite place you've ever traveled to and why?
Okay, I think my favorite place nowadays would be Colombia. Why? I think because of their culture that is so diverse and their food, it's amazing.
Okay. And what about that culture did you admire, if anything?
How they respect their ancient history, their native people, and everything. It's-
Okay. And was there any food in Colombia that you tried that you really liked?
Creo que las limonada, they have like a lemon juice with coconut milk. It's amazing.
Would you ever live in Colombia?
No, I'm a big fan of Brazil.
Do you have any crazy travel stories where something happened, like you lost your bags,
One. I went to Budva in Montenegro with some friends. We went to the beach and everything, and then we had to take the bus back to Serbia. That's where the place we were staying, and it was terrible because we had to cross the border. They asked a bunch of questions, and we had to get down of the bus and pass all the border control. And they were like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?" And but it was okay. It was really fun in the end.
All right, where are you from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Where is your favorite place you've traveled to and why?
St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands.
It's very relaxing, very, culturally, people are just welcoming, and it was great. So,
And was there anything about the culture in St. Thomas that you really admired or liked?
if nothing else, you will get fed there. People are like, "Hey, who are you?" Everybody feels like their family. Like, what do you want to eat? Like fresh food, fresh seafood is my favorite. So it's always you never meet a stranger there. They're like, "Hey, welcome, come on. We're gonna go to this dance, or we're gonna go to this bar, or we're gonna go to this restaurant. We're doing something." But it's always welcome, come on.
And what was your favorite local food that you tried while you were there?
Oh, fresh fried snapper, red snapper. The had the peppers and the onions, had the rice. It was so flavorful. It was great.
Cool. And would you ever live in St. Thomas?
Yes and no. The yes is because I'm a beach kind of girl. The no is because of the infrastructure. It's sometimes can be kind of hard to find housing there, and the roads aren't the best. And of course, if you ever been there, you know you drive on the left, so it'd be a change for me to learn to drive on the left side. Um, but otherwise, if I could just find something like a beach house and be able to walk out, then yes. Otherwise, nah.
Okay. And is there anything you missed about your own culture while you were there?
No, actually no. Because a lot of the culture, Caribbean culture or African culture, has come to the South, in southern part of the United States. So it's kind of a distant relative. So no.
And the last question, do you have any crazy travel stories where something has happened, like you've lost something or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Trying to fly back to the contiguous 48 with a carnival costume was fun and a headache as well because you literally have to take what they call your backpack and your feathers and break them down and try to get them through the airport. If you don't break them down correctly, you can't take them with you. So I'm at the TSA pre-check and all that stuff, trying to break all these feathers down so that I can go through the customs, not customs, but the security checkpoints and everything, and be able to get them on the plane. They not break. But yeah, and they will leave your luggage out in the rain. So hope that your luggage doesn't rain. If you have a fabric type suitcase and it rains, your contents inside your bag will be wet. So if you're traveling to these Caribbean islands, get you a hard size suitcase because they don't care.
Where are you from?
From Hungary.
What is your favorite place you've ever traveled to and why?
It's Asia. I really like the Asian region, and my recent favorite is Hong Kong. I really love the place and the vibe, how East and West mixes. That's a nice place.
Okay. And was there anything about that culture that you admired?
Yeah, it's how the easygoing nature of their behavior all together in the daily lives. I really admire that.
And was there any local food that you tried that you really liked?
Yes, the waffle. There is this egg waffle, how they call.
Okay.
And there is a Michelin star recommendation for that really tiny place. Super nice, really long queue, and one of the best waffles ever.
Okay. And would you ever live there?
That's a good question. Probably yes, for a shorter period, but not for a long time.
And why not for a long time?
Yeah, too crowded. It's a nice place to be, but I like to be a little bit closer to the nature.
Do you have any crazy travel stories where you lost something happened, anything like that?
Yeah, Australia. First day of my 2-week trip, I broke my teeth. I fell down on a staircase, and 2 teeth just broken. And I wanted to go to snorkel, and that really was not the ideal situation to be in, and couldn't snorkel for the reefs what they have in Australia. Wasn't that crazy, but that was a really expensive one.
All right, where are you from?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
What is your favorite place that you've traveled to and why?
The Smithsonian Museum,
Okay.
National History. Yeah, it's really nice. I just love the art.
And it's in DC, right?
Yeah, in DC.
Okay, cool. Was there anything about the culture in DC that you admired or liked?
Yeah. The culture, like people here are friendly. They just accommodative and everything. No hostility, no racism yet. I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, it's really nice.
And have you had a chance to try any like local food or anything like that?
Yeah, so far I've just tried panda. Yeah, and I think coffee after to Starbucks. Yeah, just that.
Cool. And would you ever live in DC?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Why?
The scenery, the peace, the weather. I just love everything.
All right, so where are you from?
From Dominican Republic.
What is your favorite place you've ever traveled to and why?
My favorite place would be Istanbul, Turkey, because of the culture is very different from mine. The weather, the food, and everything is like it involves you. It's like it's really crazy.
Okay. And was there anything about that culture that you admired?
Yeah, they're really like committed to their religion. So like at the middle of the day, like they're like bells and they go to pray. So for me, that was surprising because we don't have that in Dominican Republic, and they're like they stop everything, so they just go and pray. That's really really respectful.
And then was there any local food that you tried that you really liked in Istanbul?
Everything, I loved everything.
Would you ever consider living there?
No, I would love to travel again, but not live there now. It's very different from my culture, and so yeah.
Do you have any crazy travel stories where you like lost a bag, like something happened, anything like that?
Well, yeah, I went to the Amazonia in Peru, and I stayed like in a lodge where you had to go to the lodge in a little boat, so there was no like land. And in the middle of the night, when I was sleeping, the lodge was like moving really because it was in on top of a river, so it was moving really like really fast and really like salvaje. I don't know. And the next day, I asked the guide, and he was like, "No, that was a anaconda below your lodge." And I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "No, yeah, for sure. Like you're in the Amazonia River, like in a lodge." So I was really scared, but that was like the most crazy thing that I.
How big it might be?
Well, it was really big because it was in the middle of the night. The river was like really calm, and suddenly it like moved the whole house completely, and I got really scared. Like, why is this happening? Like it's nothing. There's no rain. There's no like wind. There's nothing. And he was like, "No, that's anaconda."
Where are you from?
I'm from El Salvador.
Okay. What is your favorite place that you've traveled to and why?
I think the best place that I have been maybe is Cancun, Mexico.
Okay.
Because the beach is very wonderful and the people is very kind and the food is excellent. Then I think it's Colombia, Bogota and Medellin.
Okay. And was there any local food that you tried that you really liked?
Oh, tacos! But I recommend you to eat or try to eat pupusas in El Salvador
Okay.
It's excellent. I think the pupusa is the best food I ever tried.
Would you ever consider living there in Cancun?
Yes, but I have to have more money than I have. This is very difficult, but it may be too in Colombia.
All right, where are you from?
I'm from North Carolina, Charlotte.
And what is your favorite place you've ever traveled to, and why?
I feel like the New York. New York is my favorite place. As like the vibe is completely different, as well as like whenever I visit there, there is some kind of a rhythm that hits my heart more. Yeah, I really like that, and the tall buildings and also the colorful life over there and the lights. They look very amazing for me. So I feel like it is like a vibing place, as well as like there are so many IT companies where like it gives some life to the other people. So I feel like it's like an opportunity land for me.
Cool. And was there anything about that culture that you like admired that was different from where you're from?
The culture I admire is the independence. I really love the independence of the culture that there is no dependency over here. Like the people live according to the freedom. Whatever they want, they do. They have a like the what we say that like there are a kind of a wings like they have. So how much higher they want to fly, they can fly as much higher they want. So the opportunities as well as the lifestyle, everything is been according to ourselves. It's like a self love. I feel so that is really amazing over here.
And was there any food that you tried, like local food that you really liked?
Yeah, I tried the halal guys. Like it is like very bit Mediterranean kind of a dish. Like it has several flavors in that, so it's amazing over there.
Cool. And would you ever live there?
Uh, I have not lived there, but I lived at New Jersey. As like the cost of living over there in the New York is very high, so I thought of living like in the New Jersey.